Hi guys, this is Miss Lisa from the Harney County Library, and this is your March book reviews. I have several new books here and a couple that aren't new. This one, I think out of the 6 is my favorite, Prairie Lotus. Let me read to you. Let's see. Read the front cover and talk about the different. Okay, here we go. So the front cover says, Dakota Territory, 1880. When Hannah arrives in the town of LaFords, she sees possibilities. Her father could open a shop on Main Street. She could go to school if there was a school, and even realizes her dream of becoming a dressmaker, provided she can convince Papa, that is. She and Papa could make a home here, but Hannah is half Chinese, and she knows from experience that most white people don't want neighbors who aren't white themselves. The people of LaForge have never seen an Asian person before, and most are unwelcoming and unfriendly, but they don't even know her. Hannah is determined to stay in LaForge and persuade them to see her beyond her surface. This is a fantastic book about the Old West and how it was set up by different people, not just white people, but immigrants, and Hannah's struggle with being half Chinese. It's kind of like Little House on the Prairie, but more historically accurate and modern. I highly recommend it, and yeah, I highly recommend it. Okay, so here's the next one. This is the new I Survived, and it's the California wildfires of 2018. So I did read this book. It's very good, like all the other I Survived books are. It talks about, I'm not on the ball. It talks about, here we go, Josh. It talks about Josh and his cousin and how they escaped the wildfire of 2018. But what I like most about this book is not so much the story, because I used to live in California, so I'm pretty familiar with it. But in the back, it says, keep reading, and back here it talks about real life stories of people that have survived the wildfires and what happens after the wildfires. It also talks about the different kinds of helicopters and the different kinds of fire trucks and airplanes that drop chemical repellent on fires. It's really, really interesting, and all the stuff in the back is not fiction, it's real. And so if you've ever wanted to be a firefighter or that kind of stuff interests you, check it out. So this next one is Monster Hunting, The Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting. This book is very funny. And it's a pretty easy read, but anyway, let me see what it says here. So, The Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting. They're gonna make a movie out of it, and that's why I've tried to read it first. I just want you to know I only got 50 pages in, and it didn't really hold my interest that much, but you know, 99% of the time when I tell you guys I don't like something, you love it. So let's base it on that. So what happens when you combine babysitters and boogeyman and Halloween? It equals an action-packed, somewhat terrifying, awesome night for newbie babysitter named Kelly Ferguson, who takes on a babysitting job to not only earn money to go to a very expensive, lovely summer camp, but she's working for her mom's boss, Mrs. Zellman, and supposedly her mom's job is on the line, so she's trying to oppress Mrs. Zellman. So Mrs. Zellman trusts Kelly with her roly-poly son named Jacob. Jacob has been having nightmares lately, and not even his family can figure out what is causing them. So instead of going to an awesome party with her friends, she babysits and soon finds out that there's monsters living under Jacob's bed. Well, not only did she find out there's monsters living under Jacob's bed, she also finds a whole club of babysitters that hunt monsters. So it's pretty funny. And if you're a babysitter or if you've ever babysat for someone, you can relate to this book. Okay, so these 3 are brand new at the library. Beryl just covered them yesterday, and I just snatched them up and took them home. And of course I haven't read any of them, but I went online and I found reviews. So I'm gonna read you the reviews. This is the Mutant Mushroom Takeover. And I found this review on Amazon about it. The Mutant Mushroom Takeover. A fantastic fun read that won't let you down. Great book for middle graders who like nature-y and science-y stories. When I first picked this book up, I thought it might be a bit on the silly side, just based on the playful title, The Mutant Mushroom Takeover. Like I expected, giant walking mushrooms or something completely unrealistic. bad assumption. This story is rooted in real nature and science. The glowing spores that infect the townspeople are based off real-life fungus of the Amazon rainforest. The way Maggie approaches the problem is truly scientific, and the tension in this book keeps the pages turning. All right, so there's a brand new book. It's checked out to me. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to check it back in. You can get it at the Harney County Library. Pay attention, Carter Jones. Here we go. On the concept of a warm nod to Mary Poppins, only in this case, it's portly British butler shows up to the Jones family during a rainstorm, and their home is in complete emotional and organizational disarray. He takes the situation firm in hand. The butler, or the gentleman's gentleman as he prefers to be called, Mr. Bowens Fitzpatrick, is a hilarious slicker of an old English gentleman. Reserved, good-natured, good table manners, and tactfully kind. Qualities most in short supply at the Carter Jones and his with Carter Jones and his 3 younger sisters. But somehow the butler goes and the butler does get through to the Carters and makes a gentleman out of him. All while throwing Carter's middle school into a panic of cricket obsession. I don't know. I think it's going to be good. It's got great reviews. I'm sorry I butchered it. Try it though. You can get it at the Harney County Library. The Smartest Kid in the Universe. This is another brand new one. And it says, Jake was just an average middle school student trying to get by and expend his least amount of effort on his studies and still get passing grades. He much preferred spending his time wiping out zombies in video games rather than trying to be outstanding in anything. All that changed when he unknowingly ate a jar full of experimental jelly beans and was suddenly infused with a vast amount of knowledge. Suddenly, Jake's brain was full of answers, and Jake was full of questions. What had happened to him, and how does he know all these incredible facts? All right, I haven't read this one, but I might give it a whirl when you guys are done with it. You can get it at the Harney County Library. Check it out. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.